Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the Red Eye Hour. It's your host, J.Meeks, and my co-host, Ray Stavros, the Grizz.
Uh,
Anyway, welcome, everybody. And we're back. It's Friday, and we'll just do a little recap of last week. So when we talked to you guys last Friday, we're getting ready to have our big 1 year anniversary celebration with 420. And it turned out to be a great event. We had the food truck there, got there about 12:30 and was there till 8 p.m. Radio station was there. Well, he was there from like 11 to 2, but it was live broadcasting from 12 to 2. But man, great turnout. Lots of new customers, lots of customers that day. We actually broke a record on customer count. But great day, man. What do you think, Ray?
yeah. I mean, it was busy and people came in and the food was awesome and
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Just
Get that
really
going.
freaking pissed off right now watching the draft.
Mm. Why don't you
Rough.
update us on the draft?
Well, I'll just do a quick update.
Okay.
So, most people know, I'm a Raiders fan. And the new GM is like, we draft the best player available. So at pick 13, we need a tackle. We need a cornerback. They take a tight end. Now, arguably one of the best players coming out of college. So, okay, I'll give you a pass on that one. We get to the second round, and he takes the best offensive guard at that point. You know what I mean? Like he was projected first day, second day.
Okay.
We get to the third round, and this dingus, oh, we took the best player available, takes a guy named DJ Glaze or something like that. Glazer, I don't know. He was projected to go in the fifth round, and he took him in the third. So whenever you say, like, we took the best player available, you're full of shit. You don't take the best player available. You're a liar. Don't tell me that because the proof is right there. You know what I mean? So, and I'm seeing all these teams trading up, trade down, doing all these moves, and I'm just sitting here like, cool. Guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Man.
It's rough, man. Fucking Telesco's an idiot. What a bum. What a fucking bum. Like, I don't care if he sees this or not. I don't care. You're a bum. Like, I don't even know how you got a second job after you screwed up the Chargers as bad as you did. Bum.
Mm.
So, dude, I would never get another job doing that if I screwed up as bad as they did.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how certain people get a second job. Like, no freaking way. No way. Anyway,
Well, so the Giants, they got Malik Neighbors. That was who they got in the first round.
that dude's elite.
Yeah. So we have a true number one receiver. And then, hold on. I was trying to find the other fucking picks. Well, great. Let's see. Not prepared, obviously. And then we got Tyler Newbin from the University of Minnesota, who's a safety.
It was a need.
It was because we've been working on our defense. We've been last couple of years. We've drafted some defense players. We got a defense player this year off the free agency, I believe.
Off the free
Um,
agency.
yeah, and then also the offensive line we've been working on.
Yeah, that's great
Yeah,
because we needed a tackle more than anything. The one glaring need we needed a tackle, and he goes tight end guard. You bum,
yeah.
straight
We
up.
also selected a cornerback, a Drew Phillips from Kentucky.
Don't know anything. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about him. I know like the top like 30 to 40 players, and then
Yeah,
after that, it's kind of like okay, oh, I hope he's good. It's but the thing is you find gems in the fifth round, like Max
yeah,
Crosby drafted in the fifth round. You know what I
Right.
mean? The Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th or 7th round. You know, so
Yeah.
it's being a first day pick doesn't always mean you're going to be good.
Right.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, that's my life. You know, I like punishment. I like to punish myself. Yeah.
Oh God.
Such. Ugh.
So some other stuff with Top Shelf. Let's see. We got some new products in that are going over well already. Dazed is the company, and got some new flour.
Mm.
The bricks, which is the same price as our other flour, 35 and eighth. We got the frosted and the blizzards, 57% TCA and 61.5. Very high.
That pisses
Right.
me off though about that. Why do a 0.5?
Right.
61 out of 62. Like, come on,
Right.
guys. Like that 0.5 is gonna make all the difference.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't heard any negative feedback on it, but come on.
I brought home the ice cream cake.
Is that the new one? The ICC?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
And
that's the 61%.
this
Uh,
one? No.
looks beautiful, smells, and this is what blew me away because like they'll say like, oh, it's runts or it's this or it's that, but it doesn't really smell like that. Like, it smells great, but it doesn't smell like a runts candy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, this ice cream cake smelled like ice cream cake. And
Mm.
Tam even smelled. She was like, "Damn, you're right. It smells like cake." I was like, "Huh." And when I took the first green hit, it tasted like it smelled, so it tasted really good,
All
and
right.
it's really good.
Nice. Well,
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
well,
But yeah, and then we brought the chocolate bar home for Tam to try.
the new munchies.
Yeah, the white chocolate.
The Wicked White Chocolate from Munchies.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh wait, do we have a comment? We
Uh,
do. Hey, it's Josh. The new flour is really good, he said. The ones in the packages. The glass blunt was really good as well. Okay, so he got the
okay, cool.
brick.
You got the
That was
bricks. Yeah.
yeah, the $35 eighths.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
a,
he
you
got
know, it's a standard. But the thing is when you're looking at that, like it looks like I'm looking at like, standard just like flour when you think like,
yeah,
oh, like, like I'm going to a dispensary and I'm buying flour. It looks like
yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah,
Now the,
that
the,
bricks
the
does look beautiful, man.
yeah, I mean the frosted and the blizzard and the snow caps. I love the way they look, but we know that that's
Right. They're rolled in Keith
they're
and
rolling keef.
yeah,
But if it's going to enhance it, fucking, you can roll it in
right.
bird shit as long as it enhances it.
Yeah. But yeah, the brick stuff, it's yeah, some of it like the wedding kush has like orange hairs that are really prominent.
Hmm.
Um, the other one, not the OG platinum, but the one in the middle, sour runts, it has like some purple leaves and some purple hues to it.
Yeah,
Looks great. Let's see. He also said, absolutely enjoy the Geeked Gold Series 4 gram dispos.
and the
And
House of
the
Snow.
Ounce of Snow Caps looks absolutely wild as hell. Yeah,
It
I
does.
sent a picture to Ray
That's just
because
nuts.
the nugs are humongous, man.
Yeah.
Like they got to weigh like I don't know. I was trying to guess what they would probably weigh. I should weigh them tomorrow. I bet one of
No.
them nugs probably weighs like
No. No.
right. I know.
No.
Probably
You
like
can't.
three or four,
Dude,
3 grams.
one day I opened it up and it was Priest, and he's like, "Oh man," he reaches down in there and grabs him. Like, well, now you got to fucking buy it. I was like, "You're not supposed to touch this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why whenever like I'm like, just smell it, don't
Right.
touch it, because if you touch it, you have to buy it.
Yeah, that happened to me. We're gonna have to put a sign up. The other day someone was like, "Oh," and they like squeeze it. I was like, "Yeah, let's not touch it." Like normally you'd have to buy it if you touched it. Well, I'm gonna give you this pass, but like you can smell it. I'll put a light on it for you. I'll do all that, but don't touch it with your
Like,
fingers.
you know what I mean? Like, Ugh, I hate some people, man. I hate it.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I'm
Boundaries,
sure,
man. Boundaries.
right, and it's just we don't want to like contaminate it.
Exactly. We don't know your filthy hands have been.
Because I don't know where people's hands have been, and if he
Yeah.
don't buy it, he just touches it and looks at it. I don't know what he just put on there, and then someone else comes and buys it, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So don't
Yeah.
touch it.
Yeah.
That's all. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Right, thanks.
What else? Let's see. Do we want to get into the main meat and potatoes, or anything else we need to talk about?
Well, what do we
There is
have
some
this week?
this week.
Ah, man. I feel like something happened this week. Like that was on the news.
With the Diddy thing, there's some new stuff coming out. Like, I guess the Kardashians are getting in hot water, and it sounds like
Ellen,
still.
Ellen DeGeneres.
I didn't hear about her, but
Yeah.
Jay Z and Beyonce. It's getting closer to Jay Z, and I
Man,
think he knows it. And there's supposedly a rumor that they've been living apart actually for the last few months anyway. Like they're putting distance between each other because of all this.
shit.
Well, there's video of Kim Kardashian and Puff Daddy. There's also videos with her mom, the Kardashians' mom,
Yeah.
because they say she might be like an elite handler, right?
Yeah.
And then I think there's some juicy stuff on Beyonce and Jay Z, because Jay Z's the whole Aaliyah thing, is what's coming up with Jay Z, because he's the one that ordered to put her on that jet after she
Yeah.
was after they gave her those sleeping pills and knocked her out,
Yeah.
and they knew that plane was going to go down. So he's wrapped up in that. And Kimberly White, I believe is her name. It was like an old girlfriend of Jay Z's that was died under
Huh.
weird circumstances, and then yeah, so that's all about to come out.
Good.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Okay, fucking rich people.
All
Like
right,
you
we're
get
gonna talk
that
about
bored.
we're gonna talk about where's the beef.
Oh yeah, where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the
So we
beef?
call this episode "Where's the Beef," which, if you're not into hip hop and stuff, you're probably not gonna care. Um, and we should give some backup on us when it comes to hip hop. So we're old hip hop heads. We grew up listening to hip hop like in the 80s and 90s. Like that's where it started. So, we definitely grew up on like old school hip hop and storytelling and true forms and all that stuff, like just a lot different than what's being made today. Because I don't really listen to a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
However, I do listen to the new stuff. I do listen to are artists like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. I do listen to some Drake.
Boo.
Right. Some Rick Ross, like stuff like that, but not really a lot of new school stuff, man. Mexican OT is really good.
Oh, Mexico T is elite.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about these feuds that have been going on. Now, if you want, I can take it back to 2011 with Kendrick and Drake.
Well, let's bring up what just happened in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
So a
So,
song comes out with
what?
Future
Right.
and Kendrick,
Yeah, March 22nd.
March 22nd, and Kendrick goes in on, is it just Drake or is it Drake and J. Cole? I thought it was just Drake.
It says he's distancing in that song in his verse. It says that he's distancing himself from the big three that Drake and J. Cole talked about in their other song, the First Person Shooter,
Yeah.
which came out in October last year. And they were saying basically in that song, like the top three are J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick, right? So like that from Kendrick, he was saying like, nah, it ain't it ain't the we're not the top three. It's like it's only me. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because hip hop is competitive.
Right.
You know what I
It
mean?
is.
So, but go
Ciphers,
back to
rap
but go back to
battles.
2011 because I want to know where this all sprouted from. Like it's 2024, and you're
Right.
going all the way. You're going back 13 years.
So this is just the notes I have of this page I pulled up off Reddit. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2011, Kendrick features on Drake's Take Care album, which I own. And there's that Buried Alive interlude, and there's said that there's some initial tension hinted in the lyrics. Now I have to go back and listen to it because I don't really remember like that there being tension in those lyrics, but that's what they claim. 2013, Kendrick ignites the feud with his Control verse. You remember that? The
Yeah.
Control verse? And he directly called out Drake amongst other people on that. Then in 2013 at the BET Awards, remember during the cipher, Kendrick dissed Drake during the cipher, adding fuel to the fire. And then we jump 10 years later. There's that big of a gap. October 6, 2023, Drake releases First Person Shooter, which features J. Cole, and that's off that For All the Dogs album. And
Okay.
he's praising his and his peer status, which Kendrick doesn't appreciate. And then March 22nd, 2024, um, Future and Metro Boomin make that song called Like That featuring Kendrick, and that's when he comes out and like shots
Okay.
fired at J.
Okay.
Cole and Drake.
So let's take it back a little bit. I'll give
Okay.
Metro Booming like he's a producer. But that
Yeah.
beat, you know, and I know, that's from like 1987,
Yeah.
1888. And then it was revised again in like 91 or 92. And then Triple Six revised it again in 1995. That beat
Yeah.
is not new. So anybody's like, Metro got that far. I'm like, dude, that thing has been recycled like 5 times.
Yeah.
Stop. So
Yeah.
stop it there. But then, like, my whole thing is like, he collabed. That was Future's song, right? He collabed on it.
Yeah.
It was featuring him. So does Future have some sort of beef with Drake? Because like from what I can tell right now, because everybody's going at Drake, fucking Rick Ross, Pusha T, Kendrick, everybody's just going at Drake, and everyone's like, and like the Drake fanboys are saying like he's like Thanos, and I'm like, not really. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I mean, if that's what you want to say, but no. Um, but every single disc that has come out in the past, I want to say 2-3 weeks, they seem a little rushed, except for one, and it's the Chris Brown disc on
Quavo.
Quavo.
Well, we
Like,
haven't even got to that. Yeah, but that's a whole separate beef.
yeah, we'll get to that one because that one's a burner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But back to the Drake thing,
Yeah.
but like everybody's going at Drake, and is it just they just don't like him now, or
I don't know because Future and Drake had an album together.
you know what I mean? Like I don't get it. Like, did he
So
cross them somewhere, or they're just like, we don't
probably.
like this pretty motherfucker, or is it, or and I'm not saying that it's pre-planned, but hip hop is so competitive. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? That they're like, I mean, J. Cole made a diss that was absolute fire and then retracted it.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was on
understand,
April. That was April 5th. That was the first response after Kendrick Lamar's verse,
yeah.
and it
And
was
I
called.
I know why he did. He's like, I
It's
don't want to
called.
be he don't want to be involved in it. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna get to street level shit with goons and everything. So he's like, no, I'm not. This isn't part of the like. He can see this going outside of what the culture is and getting back to the violent side of it.
Right. It says that J. Cole releases. This is April 5th. Releases 7-minute drill on his Might Delete Later album, which critics Kendrick's discography, but later retracts the diss and apologizes at his Dreamville festival, reflecting on his statement. So that's the next thing that happened
Yeah,
that Ray's
which
Ray's been referring to.
Yeah, which I mean, it makes sense to me because J. Cole, great hip hop, but he's like, I can see this going too far. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like people are gonna get up in their feelings, and bad things can happen. So then so J.
And
Cole
then
did his, and then did Drake
Jake,
respond to Kendrick's?
he did, but hold on. So then on April 12th,
Oh Jesus!
Future and Metro Boomin dropped the "We Still Don't Trust You" track, featuring tracks from ASAP Rocky and The Weeknd that veiled disses towards Drake, indicating a broadening conflict, which means like more people are coming into it, right? Like you were talking about. And then April 13th, the next day, Drake responds with the push-up song "Drop and Give Me 50." Now, in that song, he targets Kendrick, Future, The Weeknd, J. Cole, Rick Ross, and others in that diss. The track was originally leaked on Saturday, April 13th, with many questioning whether it was AI generated, but the official release came out on April 19th. So it wasn't AI, it was actually real. But he dissed even J. Cole in that song.
Okay,
And then,
okay.
same day, Rick Ross drops his response, which wasn't bad.
Actually, had the best production out of all of them.
I agree.
The rest of them, whenever you get beef and like people are going back and forth, the beats, the production of it is always kind of lackluster because they're just trying to get it out really, really quick. Rick
Yeah,
Ross actually had really good production on that one.
he did. And he made a
So
video.
yeah,
Um, so that what Rick Ross dropped was called Champagne Moments, which I know he did that on purpose because they used to call Drake like Champagne Drake or some shit. That was one of his nicknames back in the day, right? So Ross releases Champagne Moments to DJ Academics, who quickly featured it on his stream, emphasizing Ross's rapid response to Drake's leaked push ups, dropping Gimme 50. In the track, Ross mocks Drake for alleged ghostwriting, references supposed cosmetic surgery, and criticizes Drake's identity and authenticity. He also suggests a deeper betrayal in their relationship by touching on both professional and personal backstories.
that's like
So Pusha T hasn't dropped anything, and his name wasn't even mentioned in this whole article.
Pusha T
Um,
did drop something.
he did.
He did in the last like 3 days. I swear to God. Hold on a second.
I've heard
Um,
nobody talk about it.
because
Are you sure?
uh, bruh, what would Meek do? But I don't know if that's like um oh no, that's a while ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so
story of
no, but yeah,
Adidon
Pusha T
is
hasn't
Pusha
then.
T.
But the thing is Pusha T has already had beef with Drake. You know
Right,
what I
he
mean?
did that story of Adidon,
Yeah. So like
which was pretty fire, actually.
it's I don't like I understand Kendrick because Kendrick was like trying to distance himself like the
Yep,
whole time from Drake. He's like, we aren't the same. We're not.
yep,
Drake comes from money. He was on a soap opera. Kendrick is from Compton, not in the
yep.
soap opera. You know what I mean? For me, Kendrick is like that's what the kind of West Coast hip hop I love. Like
Yeah,
Kendrick, Schoolboy Q. You know what I mean?
yep,
Like that's the kind of shit that I like.
yep.
Drake, I've never owned an album. I don't
Right,
stream it. It doesn't resonate with me. I
right.
know he's really, really popular and everything, but then there is rumors that he uses ghostwriters,
Sure.
which
I think
for us,
I think
that's not good because it's all about authenticity and it's being your words.
right.
You know what I mean? Um,
I think it's more common though nowadays with artists though.
no, because the artists are
Unfortunately.
freaking generated by the music industry.
Yeah,
Like the
unfortunately, but
music's
that's
so
how it is.
bad.
Yeah.
Like they push out absolute garbage.
Hmm.
And it was like, man,
Kendrick.
this is the hotness. I'm like, that's like ruining. Like, remember back in the '90s when like being like smart was like a good thing in hip hop? and like
Right.
having your own word flow and originality and like,
Like
you know,
Wu Tang.
balance itself and all that kind of shit was like a
Yep.
good thing. Now it's like pop perk and you know
On
the
the
bands,
stop.
man. You know, I'm like, dude, where's the substance at? It's gone.
Yeah.
You know, but you still have certain artists that do it really, really well. Your Kendrick Lamar's, your J. Cole's. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they still, it's still cool to be smart,
Yeah.
not stupid.
Right.
Um, so, but I just the beef for me is just, and why I was transitioning into the breezy, which is Chris Brown's rap persona, you know,
Yes.
going at Quavo, is because it seems like beefs are happening at a rapid pace right now. You just mentioned all those within the last 3 weeks, right?
Right.
And then there was one that's between like Taylor Swift and like Kim Kardashian. I mean, they're not going to
I read
rap
up on
battle.
that.
They're,
That's not.
they're not
I
going to,
don't
I
know.
get it. But the thing is it's a
They're not
beef.
really.
I know. I get that. Listen to me. But they have beef and it's being brought up. And then the big one, like the absolute stunner, was Chris Brown going at Quavo.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one nobody saw coming.
I didn't like again, we don't know these people personally.
Right.
We don't know what it's about, but it looks like he has hated him forever. And what he said, like I've watched, there's, and you guys can go online, there are reactions for days. Like I watched the original video of Breezy, aka Chris Brown, dissing Quavo. What's that one called again? It's like
Oh.
he'll pull it up.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then
pull it
like
up.
within hours, there was just reaction over reaction over reaction of it. And when he said towards the end of it, I was like, ouch. Like
Well,
that,
Chris Brown's song was called "Weakest Link."
yeah, weakest link. And
Yeah.
the roast, like his was more than just a diss. He was just roasting the shit out of him.
Yeah. It was.
You know what I mean? I was just like, God damn. Oh. And the thing is Quavo tried to do a rebuttal to it.
Trash.
Garbage.
Yeah. I
It's
don't.
at that point, you need a ghostwriter, my guy.
Someone in his camp should have been honest and be like, "Hey, man,
Man,
that's not good."
just like either make it better or just leave it alone. Take the L. Just take the L,
Yeah. Take the L.
leave it alone. Because you and I both know, because a lot of people that are on here, they were born in 2000. They don't know about rap beefs that happened in the 80s and 90s
No, there's kids
that
that were born in
that turned bloody.
2006.
I mean, that turned bloody. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Pac dead, Biggie dead, Big L dead. Um, Ice Cube killed everybody in NWA and the manager.
Right.
You know, so I mean, he didn't really kill anybody, but he ended their career. For me, that's the number one diss record ever. Period. And you can't change my mind. What is yours? What is your favorite diss record?
Let's see.
You get one.
I was a big Tupac fan, so of course there's the Tupac and Biggie beef. But we had some other good ones like Jay Z and Nas.
Who'd you take in that one?
Yours is Ice Cube versus NWA,
Dude, no
right?
Vaseline is the best
Right.
ever.
Yeah. I do like the Nas and Jay Z one because one of my favorite hip hop albums is The Blueprint from Jay Z,
Yeah.
and Takeover's fucking pretty dope. But Ether was dope as well.
Yeah.
Um, there was Easy and Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but Easy wasn't lyrical. Like Ice Cube wrote all of Easy E's lyrics when they were in NWA together. Ice Cube
Right.
wrote all his lyrics. So when he got out and he had to use either his own mind or somebody else writing for him, they're not as good as Ice Cube. Ice Cube, like I know
Yeah.
everybody knows Ice Cube from like movies and shit. Ice Cube was nice with the mic.
Right. But Real Motherfucking G's was a pretty good song though. And that was his response to Dr. Dre
Dre
song.
Day. That was his response to Dre Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there was 50 Cent, Ja Rule, but that one kind of that's not my favorite or
50
nothing.
Cent had,
Mine's
you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
so my favorite's probably the or one of my favorites is the Nas Jay-Z one. I'll pick for tonight. And then the other ones I was just gonna mention just for mentioning, but like 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Drake versus Meek Mill, Drake versus Pusha T, you know, Gucci Man versus Young Jeezy, Ice Cube versus Common. I mean, we've had all those, LL
I
Cool J versus Cannabis.
He crushed him.
Hmm.
But Ice Cube, he tore the entire group, four members apart, and the manager, and I don't think they made music after that. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like how Eminem got MGK, and now MGK doesn't make rap, hip hop anymore, and he
Yeah,
wears pink and has a purse and shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
he's a
so it's like,
vampire.
so yeah, like so you're not in the hip hop community anymore because you made Rap Devil or rap whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
and
that was it.
everyone's like, oh shit, and then like Eminem rebuttals, and they're like, you gonna do anything about that now? But there was a record because you brought up 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Did you know that like before 50 Cent got signed, he had a song called How to Rob?
Yep,
That's right. Like he doesn't like he disses everybody in the industry, but he doesn't do it with malicious intent. He used it as wordplay. And
right.
if you've never heard that song, it's called How to Rob. It's by 50
Yeah,
Cent. Before he went mainstream, before he got a deal, that's a
yep.
really good song to check out. Cause that was the first time I ever heard. I was like, I don't know who 50 Cent is, but this shit's fucking hilarious. Because
Yeah,
he
it was a
robs
funny
everybody in
song.
the industry. I
Yep,
mean, he went Wu Tang, everybody. But
right.
man, who does Wu Tang beef with?
Mm,
I don't think anybody beefed with Wu Tang. Like lyrically, like they maybe didn't like him, but like nine members, you'd think like one of them would get into a battle with somebody. Like Ghostface and Raekwon didn't like anybody.
right.
But
The one I was going to mention for people born in the 2000s and beyond that want to know like some of the deeper history of rap beefs, MC8 and DJ Quick.
oh
They had a
wow,
beef back in the day, like in the 80s.
yeah, that's a West Coast beef. That's like
Yep.
gangsta beef. That's
Yep.
like Wendy Square beef. Got a problem.
50 Cent
Damn.
and Jaded Kiss. What about KRS-One versus Marley Marl?
That wasn't a beef. That was a KRS One destroyed him.
The
But there
Blues
wasn't
Wolves,
there
son.
the bridge. There was
The
the bridge
Bridge.
is over. That's what KRS One did to because he made a song called Queens Bridge.
It's called The Bridge. Yep.
Yeah,
And
the bridge,
there
and
was
then he made the bridge is over because he thought that he was referring to Queensbridge starting hip hop, and he didn't say that.
because
But
this one
KRS
says
One took it that way.
it says it began when Marley Marl was claimed that Queens was the birthplace of hip hop on his 1985 track "The Bridge." Karras felt differently and responded in 1986 with the track "South Bronx." The two crews then began to trade tracks for over 2 decades, with the beef never really being resolved.
They
But
did a
thankfully,
Sprite commercial.
what?
They did a Sprite commercial together in like 1998 where they were
Damn!
like in the like that was a Sprite commercial because they were like the beef had been going on for so long. They had mics on both sides and they were like in a boxing ring.
Oh wow!
I
Did
remember that.
I did want to add though. So what the this we didn't talk about that I only went so far, but Drake responded after Rick Ross's track
Uh oh.
to that. It's the one they did the AI with, Tailor Made. That's what it was called, and he used Tupac's and Snoop's
Snoop got
voice.
pissed.
Yeah, and he's actually got a cease and desist letter from Tupac's estate because they're suing Drake for using Tupac's voice and unauthorized.
You can't do that. And I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure Snoop's like, who the fuck are you, fam? Like, you can't
right.
do that.
Listen up,
Like
nephew.
that's how unauthentic you are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Did Wu-Tang beef with anybody? Oh,
Oh yeah, MC Hammer and who was it? Third Base.
Funk Master Flex, they had a beef, it says.
Funkmaster Flex is a DJ though. He's a producer. He's not an artist.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like rap beef. But I remember MC Hammer and Third Base too.
Yeah.
Dude, like there's stories about MC Hammer. Like he was way more gangster than the parachute pants and the dancing around and shit.
Right.
Like there, Redman brought it up in an interview. Method Man brought it up in an interview. Third Base, like
I
everybody's
don't
like,
think I think you're right, man. I don't think Wu-Tang really beefed with anybody. I don't think nobody wanted to go there.
yeah, because Mobb Deep did with Tupac,
Yep.
and then there was all of Bad Boy against the West Coast. You know, there was that whole thing.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, dude. When I mean, it's been a month. When are they going to bring something up about that? Are they
Well,
just
I don't
building a
know.
case? Are they
Yeah.
being that diligent about building a case against them and
Mhm.
against everybody? Like we're gonna wake up one morning like arrest warrants have been issued for, and it's like Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's just gonna be this list, and it's like, it's like
No, man.
you know what I mean? It's gonna be huge. Yeah, like what I don't want to have happen is the same thing that happened with the Epstein list that was supposed to come out on the 22nd. Okay.
Yeah, they just didn't let us see it. I'm sure
No,
they've
they're
seen it.
not ever going to let the people see because the people in power are the ones that are on that list. But
Yeah, so there was even some conspiracy theories saying when the Homeland Security and the feds raided Diddy's places that yes, they were raiding his place to get all this evidence and stuff, but they were saying like they're also doing it to like so no one else can know who's like on these tapes or what evidence because of people that might be connected that work for Homeland Security or the government.
yeah, well, the thing is that's why Diddy's life is in danger because he knows who's on the tapes. You know what I mean? Like everything comes out. Cat Williams called it, man.
Man, he's the one that kicked it off, didn't
He's a
he?
fucking prophet, dude. Like
Dude,
Cat
yeah.
Williams called it. He was like, dude, man, he just went off in that. I was like, whoa. I'm like, is this really what's going on? Like, like when you watch like Will Smith in movies, you're just like, oh, it's Will Smith in a movie, not knowing that he's, into weird stuff. You know?
Yep. Sucks, man.
You're just like, dang.
I like him as an actor.
Uh,
Yeah.
just I no. Like if I scroll through movies now, like what's it? iRobot can't watch it anymore. And all I'm gonna sit there and
I
think
mean,
is
I'm
like,
still gonna watch it, but
but like it sucks because like the people that entertained us for so long, we find out are a bunch of sexual deviants.
yeah,
Like and let me put this out there into the YouTube space. If you are gay, I don't care about that.
right.
That's not what we're discussing here. What we're
Yeah,
talking about with sexual deviancies when they are involving sex trafficking and children. Like
yeah.
that's not all right. You know what I mean?
Minors,
That's
human
not okay.
trafficking, sex trafficking.
Like a
Yeah,
lot because some people are being like, oh, they're just targeting because they're gay, and I'm like,
no,
no, that's not illegal. There's nothing
yeah,
illegal about that. What's illegal is when you are involving these children and trafficking women and all that kind of shit.
yeah, and minors, and then there's all the drugging and all that stuff.
Yeah, dude, that story's wild.
Yeah,
How he drugged everybody at the party.
yep. Dude, so they did this stuff. They do this stuff called because he made Young Miami like be his drug mule a lot, even though separate from his real life drug mule. Did he? But they did this stuff called pink cocaine. And what pink cocaine is cocaine, ecstasy, and ketamine and red food coloring. And that's what they're snorting at these parties. Now, ketamine's a dissociative, which
What?
means like,
It's a horse trank.
yeah, so it can make you feel like you're outside of your body. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these people are doing this stuff. Like, no wonder they woke up and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know,
Yeah.
like, "Who are you? And why is my ass hurt?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did I
Like,
have Chipotle or something?
"Do I have Taco Bell?"
Nope. Just got fisted in your sleep.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
take
so
that,
fucked up. It's
man.
not right, man. Like, but the thing is the Justice Department going to do anything about it?
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean? We just sit here like, man, whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. A lot of stuff's been going down though, so the
Oh
rest of the
yeah,
year will be interesting. Like, because
yeah.
there's people panicking for sure.
Oh yeah. But no, the Ellen DeGeneres one. You didn't hear about that one?
No,
So get this. This is the report that Ellen DeGeneres or whatever degenerate was like trafficking minors, but basically, in this, I don't know if this is a conspiracy. I don't know if this is part of the case. This is just something that was in the realm of when I was watching one of the videos about Diddy that was
yeah,
brought up that she was selling minors under uh as furniture, like saying like, oh, this mahogany wood dresser or whatever, and there'd be a girl missing in that area whose name was like mahogany or something, like the name would intertwine with what she was selling.
yeah. I've heard about that, but not Ellen DeGeneres specifically, but
It
saying
was
that there's like even like I don't know. They say if you go into like Walmart online and go to like the fucking kids section, and you'll find something that's like real expensive, and it's supposed to be like supposedly like undercover, like it's like a person you're buying, not what it shows, you know? Because
but
it's like it'll be like a weird like title, and it'll be like really expensive, like stuff they don't sell at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's actually supposed to be like like a person, like a
so
minor. I don't know. That's really far out there, I know, but
yeah,
I've
that's
heard
wild.
similar stories of what you're talking about on these websites, and it's saying like, "Oh, it's a mahogany wood dresser for $8,000,"
No,
but it's a
$80,000. You know what I mean? It's
right,
like something that only elite people can buy.
right. Could be, man. I mean, fuck. Who know? I mean, anything is possible now. It seems like
Disgusting.
it is. Like makes you think of like the movies like Taken, like and I remember first watching like Jesus. I mean, I know it happens in the world, but now I think back to it and you're just like, yeah, man, that's like happening. Like they say human trafficking. I can't remember the statistic, man. Some multi-billion-dollar industry, man.
Yeah.
Human trafficking.
Well,
That's
because the thing
scary.
is they traffic for slavery, they
Yep.
traffic for prostitution, they
Yep.
traffic for organs. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like people, like you get abducted, like they don't necessarily want to pimp you out. They want to
Right.
cut your body open and take your organs out. A kidney's worth what, 40 grand?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like you get like somebody with like two kidneys, a liver, this, like,
Yeah.
like the human body's worth a lot of money on the black market.
Right. Do you
So,
think the adrenochrome thing's real?
oh yeah, inside your right back here in your
Yep, and
yeah,
that's why they have to use like young children and babies, and like
yep,
they have to get them in a state of like fear or trauma because that's what releases it uh, into the blood, right? The adrenaline, and
yep,
then they extract it, and then
yep,
they take it like as a drug, and it's supposed to not only make you feel like young and on like you did when you were 18, you know what I mean, but like also it's supposed to like make you like slow down the aging process and all that shit, supposedly. I don't know,
man.
but
It's a disgusting industry,
yeah.
but yeah. So um, this week we had the draft.
Uh-huh.
We updated on the beef.
Yep.
We got new products.
Yep.
There was something else that was going on, and it's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
That
We updated them on how the event went last weekend.
yep, event went awesome.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have some scary tornadoes around here this weekend.
Yeah. This weekend, everybody's supposed to have severe weather. So listen to the radio, watch the radar, make sure you got batteries in your flashlights, make sure you have a plan of what to do if there is a tornado. I'm just going to go in my walk in closet and hope I don't get sucked away, I guess. Because I don't have a basement.
Yeah, me neither.
Your that one bathroom might be the inner center part of your house that don't have an outside wall, or does it?
Um, it does.
Oh,
It does. No, we have our plan.
that's good.
Yeah, we have this closet in this room, and then
Uh-huh.
we close the door and we put um one of the bedding
Mattress.
against it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So no, we good. We good.
What we've done here in this house, uh, I did it with my dad when I was young, but I told Tam it's the in the master bedroom. There's a walk-in closet. Tam has her side, I have my side, and we just usually get down underneath, like where you line up your shoes, because there's like a shelf above you, and there's a door to that there's a door to that closet, so we just shut that, and there's no outside walls, and it's basically kind of the center of the house or closest to the center of the house. So I don't know, man. It's a slab house, so I mean, if it was a direct hit, it's probably gone. But
Yeah.
not a direct hit, might be all right. But
The kids is damn.
my dad always was like, "Well, I'm just gonna get in the Bronco and ride it out."
Yeah,
No,
it won't start.
no, he means just to get in it to not to drive it, just to
Oh,
like get in it
just
and
sit
ride
in
it out.
that. Just like, yep, I'm in here. Damn.
He told me that one time we were having a tornado warning or something. It might have been that one tornado, and he knew he didn't have time to get anywhere, so he said he just laid on the couch and he said he was just going to wait for it. I was like, damn, that's pretty gangster, man.
Wait, is that the one that we when we lived at the trailer?
I think so.
When I went home and there's a picture of Jesus on my lawn, and
Yeah,
like somebody's shower curtain.
yeah,
Yes. Dude, that shit was nuts because that ripped through town. It went through True Value, which is fucking terrifying. Everyone's like, "Oh, the worst it could do is like blow out all the windows." I'm like, "No, if it hits a hardware store, everything in there is sharp." You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, there's 10,000 nails flying through the sky at 140 miles an hour, and there's chainsaws and buzz saws and just like all this
yeah.
shit. I'm like, yeah, it
Speaking of
ripped through that. It went through the Toyota dealership. It went through K State, and then it stopped right across the highway from our place.
yeah, right up AIB. Yep.
Yep.
Speaking of
Nuts.
tornadoes, and thoughts and prayers to the people in Minden, Iowa. But a couple hours ago, check this shit out, man. A 250 mile per hour recorded 2 mile wide tornado hit that
Bullshit.
town. Nope. Like it's like the record
It happened in Iowa.
tonight. They
Damn.
showed like a portion of that town, and it's just you know how it is, like leveled. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look it up. Go
Damn.
look it up. It's crazy.
There's that other town too in Oklahoma that gets hit like every year, every 2 years. And people are like, why do you guys live here? You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is home. It's like, no, like a tornado comes through here every single year. You guys just stay here.
Yeah, we're lucky. Knock on wood, man. Like there's that one that was that year, and then there was that one that hit K State a couple years ago, or last year, or whenever that was. Remember that?
I thought that was microbursts.
Oh, I thought it was like a EF1 or something.
Dude, that the microburst night was fucking nuts.
Maybe it was the same night. Maybe we're referring to the same thing.
Well, on this, it's talking about multiple tornadoes in Texas and Nebraska. It's not mentioning Iowa.
Nah, Minden, Iowa. Minden.
'Minden,
2 mile
Iowa.
wide tornado.
Mass destruction caused by a tornado.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Comment. Josh says, I live in a 2-story limestone house from 1890, so I'm hoping I'd be okay in a tornado situation.
Dude, they built those to last.
Yeah, it'd probably be pretty safe.
Probably have
I'd
shitty
still take
internet
the same
connection.
precautions, but do what?
How's the internet connection in a house like that though? Because it's so like it's so
1890. That's pretty
dense.
old.
You sure your place isn't haunted?
Could be.
Need to get a paranormal puck over there.
We like paranormal stuff.
Ugh.
I got stories for days about the house I lived in.
I just
Plate Center,
watched. I just watched Ghost Adventures.
614 Blunt Street.
Blunt kid.
The
And if you
street
guys
was,
like scary stuff,
he says, I
if
got T-Mobile 5G gateway. It's great.
yeah, it is pretty good. If you like scary stuff, I know everybody's seen Ghost Adventures, but if you want to watch the best Ghost Adventures ever, it was a special called Demon House.
Yes.
I 100% recommend it because you hear a human scream in actual fear. Like, not like movie, like, no. Like, when he screams at the end, I'm like, dude, what the hell was that? Because I see it on the screen too, and you saw it too. Like, everybody that sees it. And then it's a
Yeah.
two-parter because the extra hour thing that you can watch is amazing.
Yeah.
But like people that
Pretty
got
creepy.
sick and died, from being near that house, yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
gotta watch it.
It's good.
Really good. That's probably the
Here,
best ghost documentary I've ever watched.
Josh says, me and Jacob actually heard 4 or 5 footsteps from the upstairs room as we sat in the living room. Literally sounded like a small kid pattered across the floor. Mhm. Yeah.
Ooh, I like
I
watching.
think we should have a whole episode of like telling ghost stories
Mm.
or talking about paranormal stuff.
Yeah, we could do that next week.
Yeah. One of our
Dude.
friends wants to be a guest too.
Yeah.
Justin
Dude. Who?
Justin Elston.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
But
Josh needs to get out of that house.
I've been in a here. He said I've been in a few haunted houses, including Little Sally's house when Jason lived in Atchison. Oh yeah,
No,
Atchison.
no,
Pretty haunted.
no. Because they actually went to Sally. Ghost Adventures went to Sally's house in like season 8 or 9 or something.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
they did
creepy.
an
But
investigation there.
yeah, I'm not gonna tell any of my stories. I'll save it for the next episode when I talk about them because I have a lot of stories from Clay Center. That's where I was born, and the house on 614 Blunt Street still stands today. Uh, at least at one time when my family was there, it was pretty haunted. So from
Okay.
family members to babysitters, they were all like, "Nope, not coming back."
No, hell no. You just had that
So,
feeling.
well, they actually things happened. So,
Yeah. No,
yeah, yeah,
I'm not coming.
they're like, we love Jeremy, but I won't watch him here. That's what they said.
Damn.
Yeah, let's see, the new owners of Little Sally's house rent the house out per night for people who want to stay.
No, I'm not doing that. You can
Uh,
actually go to the Missouri State Penitentiary, the one that's shut down, and do ghost tours overnight there.
ooh, yeah, would you do that?
No, I'm not
Okay.
doing that. I I have no problem watching documentaries and stuff like that. I'm not putting myself in that situation for anything to attach to me. No,
Yeah, that's true.
no, no.
Well, we're at the
Yeah,
55-minute mark.
yeah. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I got to get to bed because I got to be at the store bright and early. I got to go
Ooh.
see my dad in the morning because he needs me to move some plugs or something. So I got to do that. Yeah.
All right, man. Well,
So
thanks for everybody that watched. We appreciate it. We thank for all the people that watch it after the fact. And yeah, man, thanks for tuning into the Red Eye Hour, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.